let's see what today brings on the farm. So we ended up getting about 3 inches of rain here this week, so everything's pretty wet. This time of year it doesn't really dry out. That's where I got a little concerned with the off-road truck the other day when I brought it out to take it over there to my clearing job. It kind of sunk down pretty bad. But the road right through here is pretty wet. Not too much I can do over here. Just wanted to check and see how much was still flowing into this pond. As you can tell, it's come on up pretty good. I still hear it trickling. It hasn't rained in about 2 to 3 days, and there's a trickle. Nothing too impressive. But I'll probably end up just cutting a trench through the pond dam to the grade back there so that it can't fill up so much. That way it'll just kind of help dry everything out for the rest of the work I want to do around here. But I'm gonna wait till I know I actually have time to do that. So I'm gonna take off back there to where I left the excavator, clearing the cabin lots last weekend. And I know it's still too wet, but I'm gonna go down the property line and finish taking the trees down back there in the back. Just in a matter of a week, so many leaves have fallen that you can't even hardly tell I did much right there. It just kind of blends right in now, doesn't it? All right, well, let me start this up and put the chainsaw in the bucket and take on off back there and see how big of a mess I can make today. So I've made it down here, and I've got a few trees right here on the property line to take out. Lay these down and just take the chainsaw and cut them up into pieces that'll fit out of here in about 12, 13 foot long or so. These are pretty much trees that are like directly on the line, and like this one's about 3 feet over, so I can run the fence on the other side of it. But I was trying not to have to zigzag between too many trees, if that makes sense. It's a lot easier to run it as straight as possible. That was a wide up, so I'm not even going to attempt to break that up. And then I'm going to grab these two, that way I can go right straight through there. Down here, it's nice and tight. This is where the excavator shines over the track loader, just being able to be so much more maneuverable. And the track loader, you can't do anything unless you're driving. And in wet conditions, that's not always a great idea. But I bought it for a play toy, not to use every day, so that's why I have this. Alright, figure out where I can spin around the hat. Not hitting anything. Right here. Right there as well, but I'm going to go ahead and drop this little oak tree right here first. Not as wet as I was anticipating it being down here. So far, so good. Let me cut these couple up and I'll go ahead and drop that pine tree. Well, that was the first in a very long time. I just had to pick it up because it pinched it. I just reached over to cut that branch right there, got like halfway through it, and the chain broke. Well then, guess where the side-by-side is? Way across the farm. Well, I guess I'll do what I can till I need a chainsaw. Then I'll walk up there and grab it and go find another chain. I'm pretty sure I got another one in the truck, but that sucks. We'll walk a little bit of this brush out of here now, and while I'm up here, grab the side-by-side and go get a new chain for the saw. It's a little tight right here. I'm trying to leave it as narrow as possible, but still wide enough to get the excavator through. Because the neighbor did a bunch of logging over there, and now it's a straight view all the way through here, so I'm trying to leave enough trees to kind of block it out. But still enough room to be able to drive down here. The good thing is the tracks don't squeak anymore. So since I don't have the dump truck here, I'm just going to walk. I'll probably have another 6 or 8 grapple pulls. I'm just going to walk it out, pile it up right here. Because the forecast for next week is 5 days of rain now, so it's not like I'm going to be able to drive the truck back there anyways. Pile it up right here and move it whenever I can. If I can't, I may just, since there's no grass right there in the corner of the field, just move it over and burn it right there. I don't know. All this in evenly so it kind of packs it all down. Doesn't create ruts too deep. Try to reduce my trip down as much as possible. And then just kind of back out of here, following the same track marks I did. Don't have to knock any trees down with my big grapple pull. So I pass this tree right here, that's the tightest one. Pretty well clear sailing from that. I know that it's clear behind me. Just kind of keep looking off to the side, getting bearings on where I'm at. Just keep backing up. Go get one more grapple full and then get my chainsaw fixed. Making my way down the back line now, probably 2/3 of the way down it now, and there's just a couple stray trees right here, and then it's going to get a little challenging back behind me. There's just not a lot of room to work in between some really big trees. I'd actually tried pushing that one over with the 953. See where the bucket went into it right there. It just didn't have the oomph to knock it down. Pack all that back down in there, so maybe it won't be such a mud hole. Alright, let me cut that up real quick. That's a gum tree, it's not going to break too easily. And we'll tackle the trickier trees right there behind me. Not a lot of room to drop them without tearing up a lot of stuff. See how well that goes. So kind of right in there where it's going to get tricky, I got to take down that tree with, you see the two X's on them, painted in black, kind of hard to see. But corner of the fence is going to be right there where that blue ribbon is, and then take off to the right and go up through there. So there's not a whole lot farther to go. There's just kind of aggravating the work. So I'm piling everything up. It's way too wet to, even if I had the truck to get it down here. Found an opening area right here. I'm just going to put everything into one pile for right now and worry about it later. If I ever have to access it, I can probably sneak through make a little path up through there fairly easy. So let's see how well these trees are going to come down. All right, let's see what's going to happen here. Can't see. white oak tree, so the roots aren't very deep on that one. This next one's a gum tree, so it's going to have pretty deep roots. that's going to be to get that to fall in pretty much the same direction. And I'm just going to kind of drag both of those over here where I can cut them up. Get rid of, let's see, going in the same direction maybe. Don't want to look up because there's stuff falling. That's not going to work too good. We've got to push it. See what this treetop is trying to do. Trying to finagle it between all the other trees. Uh-oh, it's coming down. Well, it's shorter now. Cut them up, get them out of the way, and then I can get the machine through here and go up there and take me probably another 6 or 8 trees down. Up over here a lot easier than trying to work around those trees. Alright, let me cut that up and clean it up. When you work in tight areas like this. dark. Tried to come down here the other day when I was walking on foot and paint the ones because you can kind of stand out and look down there and see exactly which ones need to come down. Only see about 4 more trees that have to come down. Hallelujah. Ready for that one to come down. There we go. The treetop got hung in. Knock off the dirt I can. Fill the hole back in. Left or right without hitting the tree. Up right there and worry about that later. It's starting to get kind of late and I want to make sure I have time to do everything else I want to do today. But my main goal was to get this cleared so I don't have to bring this thing back down here. If I've got to wiggle in from another way with the Mini and do it later, I'm fine with that. Don't want to have to bring this big machine back down through here as wet as it is, especially after it rains. Then I got one more down there that is going to be, I don't know how I'm going to get to it, but I'll figure it out. Last tree. See if I can thread the needle right here with it. mark right between the other trees where the fence is gonna go. Now I've definitely got to cut this one up if I can't get it out. Do that real quick and fill in that stump hole, and all that is done. So that's a wrap. There's the corner of the fence right there. The post will come right between these two trees, make a turn right here by this great big one, and then another turn, and then it's a straight shot all the way to the other corner of the farm. So what was that, 1, 2, possibly 3 turns, and that will be the perimeter fence around the farm. And this is pretty much just to kind of mark, well, not really mark the lines because the creek is the property line, but when I have cows and everything up there, just in case one of them gets loose, they can't get all the way out of the farm. All right, well, I'm gonna track out of here. I'm just gonna let it be. I'll come back in here maybe whenever it dries out with the skid steer and the rake, and kind of power rake this out a little bit and flatten it out some. But for now, I got maybe 4 or 5 grapplefuls on the way out to grab, and then that'll be a wrap for today. Yeah, one more turn right there. Well, that's a pretty nice straight shot through there. So I brought the machine back down here. I don't know what the next project's going to be. May clear out the second cabin lot right here. But I wanted to go ahead and finish the fence line up, so that's done. Got a decent little brush pile over there I'll end up having to do something with, but at least it's up here where I can deal with it now. And if I don't do that, I may just kind of come down here and clean up all these trees that are along the edge right here, just all this scrubby mess from these little poplar trees. See how they just kind of go up, and then all the branches are on one side, and that'll clean it up for all these nice oaks to be right here at the tree line.